In this question, we're given a function h. Here's the formula for what happens when x goes into this function. Out comes x cubed plus 7. So we're asked to find out the inverse function, what undoes this process. So let's think about it. We've got, suppose we have a and h sends a to b. Then h to the minus 1 would start with b and send it back to a. Now, what do we know in this diagram? We know what happens to a. We're told what happens to any number that goes into h. It's cubed and 7 is added. So when a goes in, we get a cubed plus 7. So that's what b is. b is a cubed plus 7. So we now want to figure out what do we do to b to get back to a. So far we've got this, and we want to know what we do to b to get a on its own. Let's take 7 from both sides. We're really changing the subject of the formula here. And to undo a cubed, we would find the cube root of both sides. Now, you might worry in case there's a plus or a negative for this, but not for a cube. 2 cubed, for instance, is 8, but negative 2 cubed is negative 8. So when you take a cube root, there's only one value. It's not like 2 squared being 4 and negative 2 squared also being 4. So if you try and undo that, you maybe have a negative 2 or a 2. You're never quite sure what you started with to get the 4. But you are sure what you started with to get an 8. When you cube a number, it has to be positive 2, never negative 2. So there is only one answer, positive cube root of b minus 7. So we now know what we do to b to get back to a. We take away 7 from b and then find the cube root. So that's basically what h to the minus 1 does. There it is acting on b, and what we've had to do is take away 7 and find the cube root. So to describe the inverse function, we usually use x. We don't use a's and b's and so on. So that would be take away 7 and then find the cube root of that result.